To sustain.
A former BBC presenter has admitted to a UK court of committing a series of sex offences against young girls since the 1960s. Stuart Hall joined the BBC in 1959 and worked there for over 3 decades as a journalist and TV show host. But his career had hidden a dark side, which later became public after he was arrested and charged with indecent assault in December 2012. Hall initially denied allegations of sex abuse, but last month, in front of a court hearing, he admitted that they were true. During the years of 1967 to 1986, Hall had sexually assaulted 13 young girls aged between 9 and 17. He also raped a 22-year-old woman. Stuart Hall is currently on bail and will be sentenced next month. He said he deeply regrets what he did and offered an apology.
I don't know that Stuart Hall would be a danger to society anymore, and some people would argue that he shouldn't go to prison, but actually he's committed some very serious crimes. I think his victims need to have a say about what happens to him, and I think to not send him to prison would send a signal to society that they do not, or we do not, take these crimes seriously, so that he has to go to jail.
Sex abuse scandals at the BBC have been surfacing ever since the case of Jimmy Savile in 2012. A BBC internal report recently revealed how 37 complaints of sexual harassment at the corporation were made over the past 6 years. Critics say the BBC has left it late to investigate the allegations when they knew such actions were going on for many years.
It's too late in the sense that people who were abused, and people were abused on BBC premises because people like Savile were not stopped. People within institutions, professionals, where children are involved, schools, hospitals, places like that, if they witness abuse, they must report it. And to do that, they have to know that the law insists that they do so. And we should have had these laws a long time ago. We didn't, but we still don't have them today, and we're calling on the government to introduce this legislation, and shame on them if they don't.
The ongoing sex scandal has put a stain on the BBC, which has been broadcasting for decades now. The full scale of the sex scandal engulfing the BBC is yet to be known, but analysts predict that more arrests will be made, causing more embarrassment and shame to the BBC. Hassan Al-Khatib, Press TV, London.